It is a disturbing trend that seems to be escalating in one East Bay city. A speaker went on an anti-Semitic rant during public comment at the Walnut Creek City Council meeting, and it is not the first time it's happened. So now the council member at whom the comments were directed is speaking out about it. And our Katie Nielsen had the chance to talk with longtime council member and former Walnut Creek Mayor Kevin Wilk.
Those comments lasted less than 2 minutes during last night's council meeting, but they were so hate-filled and vile, we are not going to be airing them as part of our story. According to council member Kevin Wilk, this is not the first time this person has made such remarks.
And as soon as he started walking down the aisle, he had his shirt open, exposing a white T-shirt that had white power with a swastika on it. So I knew immediately now, okay, here we go.
As the only Jewish member on the city council, Wilk says he turned his chair around before the man even started speaking.
We haven't had somebody in person before, but I certainly knew what was about to happen. I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction of looking in my eyes while he spoke heinous speech.
The man held up a cell phone saying he was filming for his own legal protections, then started speaking.
I'd like to remind you there is no hate speech exception to the First Amendment.
Immediately afterward, the council members sat in stunned silence. Then Wilk spoke up.
We live in a free country and there is free speech, and that means we have to listen to awful and heinous comments like we just listened to. And I would like to apologize on behalf of the city council and anybody that had to hear that horrible, horrible speech. And I apologize on behalf of humanity.
What was happening in your mind at that point?
So I knew I was going to respond as not just somebody who's Jewish, but as a member of humanity and humankind, that we need to speak out and ostracize these people. It is outrageous. And what they want to do is normalize it and make people numb to this speech and just have it become just another Tuesday council meeting.
It was more than disturbing. It was just awful.
Teresa Drenick is the Deputy Regional Director of the Anti-Defamation League and says Councilmember Wilk's response last night was critical.
It was rhetoric that can and might incite violence in the real world, and it must be called out. It must be condemned.
Something Wilk says he plans to do if it happens again.
I'm not going to cower from this. I'm going to stand up for people in the community. For every one of my voice, there's 1,000 people out there that are feeling that they don't have a voice.
I had the chance to speak with Walnut Creek's chief of police. He said there were 3 police officers at last night's council meeting, and there will be officers at all future meetings. He said the FBI is aware of the person who made those comments last night. He said that Walnut Creek Police is committed to making sure that all future meetings are safe.
And as we mentioned, this has happened before in Walnut Creek. Wilk says the man is from Modesto and is the same person who made similar comments over Zoom last year. So as a result, the city disabled virtual comments. The ADL says the man went on similar tirades in person and over Zoom in Modesto, Sacramento, and a Sonoma County Board of Supervisors meeting.